Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 12. So this is the last module for your argument essay, and the final draft is due in this module. You'll spend the week just looking back through feedback and turning your rough draft into a final draft, and then don't forget you also have that post-writing assignment just like we have done with your other essays. So you can see in the module, the only two assignments are actually submitting the final draft of your argument essay and then doing that post-writing. I have a draft revision checklist in here just as reminders. What should you be looking for? You should have feedback from me on your rough draft. Look at feedback here and then on previous essays that have been graded. You also use the online writing lab, hopefully, and got that brain fuse feedback. If you forgot to do that in the previous module, make sure that you do send that in. They have been getting back to students fairly quickly, so you can always send it in at the beginning of the week and see, if they do end up actually giving you some feedback. That will be great. And then looking back to see if your peers left you anything good to make some changes on, and kind of look back and see, what were their impressions of your essay. Hopefully both of your peers responded. If you go back into your peer edit and there's nothing, like nobody has given you any feedback, you can always send me an email and I will make sure that when I go through your draft that I'm giving you maybe a little bit more so that you have something to really look at and make changes to. You also did your own self-edit, which is something that you want to make sure that you're looking at. And then I recommend just going through your essay one more time, read it out loud. There are programs that you can use that will read it out loud for you, which is a great option as well. And just going through carefully, thinking about how each sentence sounds. Are you missing words? That kind of thing. This is really the stage where we want to fine tune it, making sure all of your sentences are working together, that kind of thing. This is a big step in the writing process that a lot of students just kind of skip over or skim through real fast. And this is something that will make you a much, much better writer, is just slowing down and making sure that you're going through each part of the essay. If you can print it out, that you always will catch more errors reading it on paper than you will on the screen. That's another tip. So anyway, keeping in mind that if you just turn in the exact same file, you haven't made any changes at all, I'm only giving you half credit. I'm not even going to grade your essay because at that point you are not putting the effort into the class or the assignment that is required for the class, and you're not meeting that outcome for the class. So keep that in mind. If you have questions as you are doing this, like if there's a comment, you're not sure whether or not you should make changes to something, you can always send me an email. Not all feedback is really going to help you. Sometimes suggestions will be made that you don't need to make changes to because either it doesn't match the assignment criteria or whatever. So you can always send me an email if you're not sure. So this is the grading rubric, making sure that you're getting through each part of the essay itself. And don't forget that this is the essay that does require a source. And so you do have this addition of a criteria about research and documentation. Some of you will only just have the one source where you're demonstrating you know how to use it, and some of you will have more. So it really depends on which version of the criteria prompt you chose. So making sure that you go through everything and it's all matching what you ought to be doing. If you have questions this week, make sure that you send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.